The alien vessel sat like a wounded beast on the edge of Bay 17, sparking intermittently, its hull scorched black from atmospheric re-entry. Dock workers and security personnel stood at a distance, eyes glued to the twisted craft but refusing to approach. Even the automated drones refused to get within 10 meters of it, scrambling their circuits each time they tried. Class 7 biofield interference. Someone had murmured Dot, but everyone knew the real reason no one approached. The pilot. He was still inside Dot, an HFY war pilot, species known for their short temper, advanced biocybernetics, and a strict code that labeled any outsider a soft-skinned liability. The HFY never asked for help. When they crash, they die. That's their honor. Anyone trying to help is viewed as a threat, and threats are neutralized permanently. That's why the crew just watched. Monitors showed the pilot slumped in his chair, bleeding, motionless, but breathing. And that's when Juno, the human mechanic, walked in. Covered in grease and humming an old Terran blues tune, Juno bypassed the yellow caution tape and looked at the scorched Hulk like it was just another job. He held no military rank, wasn't a diplomat, and barely passed his station clearance test. But he had one rule. If it's broken, I fix it. Doesn't matter who broke it. Who let the grease monkey through? One of the officers barked. Juno just gave a lazy salute and walked on. He approached the ship casually, his toolbox slung over one shoulder. The atmosphere around the alien vessel shimmered with unseen energy, enough to make a lesser species vomit or faint. He lit a cigarette. "All right, big guy," he muttered. "Let's see what's cooking inside that angry toaster." He reached the ship's underbelly and pulled out a scanner. Instantly, the scanner fried. He didn't flinch. Instead, he tapped the hull with a wrench, listening. The ship hummed back, low and hostile. Like a warning growl. Juno grinned. "Yeah, you're MAD, I get it." The HFY pilot, still inside, opened one eye and froze. His internal AI warned him. Human approaching. Unarmed. Unafraid. No being had ever walked toward an HFY war vessel like that before. Especially not after the biofield fried 3 drones and nearly killed a security officer. Juno found an access panel and pried it open. Sparks shot out, singing his eyebrows. "Hot damn. You're spicy inside, huh?" He began working. No tool scanned, so he did it by hand. He rerouted heat lines, patched coolant leaks, and bypassed corrupted neural links, all without ever asking permission. Inside, the HFY pilot tried to move. His exosuit was fused to the pilot chair. Blood loss had dulled his senses. His pride told him to strike. His instincts told him to watch. For the first time, he listened to instinct. After 15 minutes, the ship stopped sparking. After 30, it stopped growling. At 42 minutes, the hull pulsed with a steady blue. Rhythm. The biofield dropped. The crowd gasped. Juno climbed up to the cockpit and tapped on the glass. "Hey, you alive in there, Metal Mojo?" The canopy hissed open. The HFY blinked at the human. This Terran had no armor, no backup. Just oil-stained fingers and a crook smile. The pilot hissed weakly in his native tongue. The translator kicked in. "You are either very brave or very stupid." Juno shrugged. "Why not both?" He reached in, unhooked the pilot's arm, and slung it over his shoulder. "Come on, flyboy. Medical's that way. Let's get you patched up so you can insult me properly." As they walked, the entire hangar watched in stunned silence. One officer whispered, "He actually touched the HFY." Another said, "And lived." Later that day, the HFY pilot submitted an official commendation to the Galactic Council. Terran mechanic Juno displayed irrational courage, technical mastery, and complete disregard for protocol, all of which resulted in the survival of a Class 9 pilot and restoration of a critical war asset. I owe him my life. Though he smells of burnt metal and primitive oils, he is competent. That report shocked the galaxy dotted. Wasn't just that Juno had fixed an Equerry ship. He had earned an Equerry's respect, something even high-ranking diplomats had never managed stop from that day on. When alien ships landed in distress, one name echoed across channels, called Juno. Because while others feared the unknown, he just reached for his wrench and smiled.